Hello guys and welcome back to Accessure Academy. So today again I have brought 15th lecture from the Watson summary series, genome structure, chromatin and the nucleosome. Guys, don't worry, this is your second last lecture and after this one more lecture is there, and then I can proudly say that this chapter has been completed, especially from the Watson summary series. So this is going to be the first chapter. I mean, previous chapters are also being completed. Soon, I can tell you the chapters like DNA structure, RNA structure, and proteins have been completed. This is the 8th chapter. In between, one more chapter is there, that is the techniques, tools and techniques in mole bio. So that also I will be covering slowly. Okay, but that topic will come under the tools and techniques playlist. Okay, so I'm not going to add in the Watson summary series playlist. So okay, so let's continue with this topic. So today we are going to understand the experiment, like how to determine the nucleosome position in the cell. Okay. So already we have talked about the nucleosome positioning. So if you remember what exactly is happening over there in the nucleosome positioning, so there are certain proteins. Okay. So there are certain DNA binding proteins which actually go and, so you have got the DNA and this is the DNA binding protein. Okay. So DNA binding protein is there. So once that DNA binding protein comes over here, so what happens then your nucleosome gets fixed over here. Okay, so this is how it is happening. But now how you're going to determine the position in the cell. So inside the cell you have got the nucleus, inside the nucleus you have got the chromatin. Now in the chromatin, at what position the nucleosome is formed is what we are going to determine by learning this experiment. ठीक है, चलो हम आगे बढ़ते हैं. So the significance of the location of the nucleosome adjacent to important regulatory sequence has led to the development of methods to monitor the location of nucleosomes in cells. So ये क्या कहना चाहते हैं कि हमें जब से मालूम पता चला है कि regulatory sequence. Now, where do you find this regulatory sequence? So these regulatory sequence is found wherever the replication is happening or the transcription of a gene is happening. So over those areas, these regulatory sequences are present. Now, to these regulatory sequence is your adjacent nucleosome present. Okay? So many of these methods exploit the ability of nucleosomes to protect the DNA from the digestion of micrococal nucleus. So about this enzyme we have studied earlier in one of the experiment. Again, we are going to use the same enzyme to study the positioning of the nucleosome. Okay? So what was happening in the nucleus? So wherever the free DNA is present, okay, so free DNA is present, the nucleus is going to make a cut over there. Okay? So this property can be used to map nucleosomes that are associated with the same position throughout the cell population. ठीक है, तो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ, अभी हमारे पास बहुत सारे क्रोमैटिन फाइबर्स हैं and the position of the nucleosome by using this technique, that is the application of using the digestion by micrococal nucleus, we can utilize so that we can study the associated position of the nucleosomes inside the cell population. Okay, I hope this is getting clear. ना सो फर्स्ट आप क्या करोगे, तो सबसे पहले कोई भी एक्सपेरिमेंट शुरू करने के लिए आपको सबसे पहले आपके पास सेल्स होने चाहिए. ठीक है, सो वंस यू हैव गॉट द सेल्स, आप क्या करोगे, न्यूक्लियस प्यूरिफाई करोगे, न्यूक्लियस के बाद उसका क्रोमैटिन प्यूरिफाई करोगे. नाउ वंस यू हैव गॉट द क्रोमैटिन, नाउ व्हाट यू आर गोना डू, नाउ यू आर गोइंग टू डू द डाइजेशन. सो दिस डाइजेशन यू आर गोइंग टू डू विद द हेल्प ऑफ द माइक्रोकोकल न्यूक्लियस. ठीक है, I hope I'm not going fast. So even if I'm going fast, guys, go back and listen once again. Okay? I cannot speak slowly. This is my problem. Okay. So what I said right now, first get the cell. Okay, purify the nucleus, purify the chromatin. Now once you have got the chromatin, now you keep it for the digestion in the presence of the micrococal nucleus. Now the thing is that we just want minimal disruption. So what we are going to do, we are going to decrease the concentration of the enzyme. Now guys, listen carefully. यहाँ पे दो तरीके होते हैं जिससे आप minimum digestion कर सकते हैं. So what are the first method? So first method is that you're going to decrease the concentration of the enzyme. ठीक है? Either you can decrease the concentration of enzyme. This is one method. Or what is the second method? You can decrease the time of exposure. So guys, जैसे कि मैं पहले भी बोला है, मैं जब भी पढ़ा रही हूँ, ऑल भी आपके जो भी टूल्स एंड टेक्निक्स है, कैसे एप्लीकेशन उसको यूज करना है, कहाँ दिमाग लगाना है, इस तरह से पढ़ा रही हूँ. ठीक है, ताकि आप जब भी इंटरव्यू के लिए जाएं आपको आसान रहे, तो आपके कॉन्सेप्ट्स भी क्लियर रहेंगे, आपको आइडिया भी रहेगा कि किस तरह से लॉजिकली हमें आंसर भी करना है. सो व्हाट आर दोस मेथड्स? हाँ, so what are those methods? So already, as I said now, so there are two methods. So two methods are there by which you can have minimum digestion. Okay, minimum of disruption you can have. So what is the first method? So पहला method हो गया आपका that you are going to decrease the concentration of the enzyme. Concentration of the enzyme. So यहाँ पे कौन सा enzyme है? Micrococal nuclease. So आप उसका concentration आप कम कर सकते हैं. दूसरा क्या है? Decrease the amount of exposure. यानी कि आप उसको 1 मिनट के लिए रख सकते हैं या 30 सेकेंड्स के लिए रख सकते हैं. ठीक है, अगर आपको मालूम है 2 मिनट में कंप्लीट डाइजेशन हो जाता है तो आप उसको हाफ कर सकते हैं या डिपेंडिंग ऑन द मेथड. सो ये आपको कैसे पता चलेगा? दीज एवरीथिंग यू विल अंडरस्टैंड वंस यू डू योर हिट एंड ट्रायल मेथड. ओके, सो दीज आर द टू वेज बाय व्हिच यू कैन डू. या वन सेकेंड. ओके, हाँ, तो हम यहाँ पे थे. So the goal of the titration for the micrococal nucleus to cleave the region of the interest only once in each cell. So यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? मिनिमम भी नहीं, हम क्या कह रहे हैं कि मुझे सिर्फ एक ही बार डाइजेशन चाहिए. ठीक है, so that's how you're going to do the titration. So when I say titration, it means they are talking about hit and trial method. Okay, so once the DNA has been digested, the nuclei can be lysed and all the protein can be removed from the DNA. So हमने अभी क्या किया है? DNA digestion हो गया है, मैं पूरा lyse कर रही हूँ और पूरे जितने भी proteins present है which is associated with the DNA, everything has been removed. ठीक है, now the sites of cleavage and the sites not cleaved leave a record of the protein bound to the DNA. अब इससे हमें पता चल जाएगा कि कौन से साइट में आपके प्रोटीन्स बाइंड है, कौन से साइट में आपके नहीं बाइंड है. सी ये कैसे समझ में आएगा? अगर आपको साइट्स ऑफ क्लीवेज है, इसका मतलब क्या? दैट पर्टिकुलर रीजन ऑफ द डीएनए इज नॉट हैविंग एनी बाउंड प्रोटीन. राइट गाइस, आई होप दिस इज बीइंग क्लियर टू यू. सो यू हैव गॉट द डीएनए. ठीक है, नाउ इफ यू हैव अ कट, it means what? This area was free of protein, free of bound protein. Correct? Now suppose you are having this much big length. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? यहाँ पे आपका DNA binding protein present था. ठीक है, and that's why you got lengthy fragment of the DNA. अगर आपको बहुत सारे छोटे छोटे fragments मिल रहे हैं, इसका मतलब क्या है? वहां पे कोई भी bound protein नहीं है. और बहुत lengthy fragment मिल रहे हैं, इसका मतलब वहां पे bound protein है. हाँ, I just hope this slide is clear. So please guys listen carefully, read carefully. This is important. Okay. So this is again just the diagram showing that you isolate the nuclei and finally induce the double strand breaks in the DNA with the help of the micrococal nucleus. ठीक है, अभी आपका क्या हो गया? Site of cleavage and site of non-cleavage हमें पता चल गया है. Now how you going to identify? So to identify the sites of cleavage in a particular region, it is necessary to create a defined endpoint for all the cleaved fragments and exploit the specificity of the DNA hybridization. अब इस सेंटेंस का क्या मतलब हो रहा है? इसका मतलब ये हो रहा है कि जहां पे भी क्लीवेज हो रहा है, ठीक है, सो वेयर एवर द न्यूक्लियस इज गोइंग टू कट, तो इससे हमें पता चल जाएगा कि न्यूक्लियस कहाँ कट कर रहा है. ठीक है, जब हमें मालूम है न्यूक्लियस कहाँ कट कर रहा है, सो आई ऑल्सो नो दैट वेयर एवर दिस एंड इज देयर, तो वहां पे मैं डिफाइंड एंड पॉइंट ले लूं. अब इसका क्या मतलब हुआ? This can be the either defined sequences हो सकता है या कोई प्रोटीन हो सकता है which actually can go and bind over there, right? Now if it is a defined sequence, so I can go for the technique called DNA hybridization, right? So to create a defined endpoint, the purified DNA from each sample is cut with a restriction enzyme known to cleave adjacent to the site of interest. अभी क्या हुआ है? So now I know that nuclease जो है, जो enzyme है, जो cleave कर रहा है, it is going to cut all the linker DNA. ठीक है, all the linker DNA it is going to cut. Now I know that there are certain restriction enzymes which recognition sequence are present on the linker DNA. तो मैं क्या करूंगी? मैं उस restriction enzyme से cut करूंगी. So now what is happening? Now I know what sequence is being present in that particular fragment because I know the restriction site over there. Now once I have this thing, okay, I'm gonna use the separation technique. So now I can separate these DNA fragments using the agarose-gel electrophoresis. Okay, and then this DNA is denatured and transferred to the nitrocellulose membrane. Now once it is transferred to the membrane, then I'm going to use the DNA probe, or in short I can do the Southern blotting. Now Southern blot मतलब क्या हो रहा है? मेरे पास यहाँ पे कुछ ऐसे प्राइमर्स होंगे जो लेबल रहेंगे, वो आपके DNA सीक्वेंसेस को बाइंड करेगा, राइट? तो DNA हाइब्रिडाइजेशन यहाँ पे हो रहा है. Now ये कौन सी सीक्वेंस है? These are the same sequence which are present after the cut by the restriction enzyme. गाइस आई होप आपको समझ में आ रहा है, ठीक है। सो हमारे पास लिंकर डीएनए है, ठीक है। लिंकर डीएनए में आपके पास होंगे रेस्ट्रिक्शन साइट्स, उससे जहां जहां कट किया होगा वो सीक्वेंस आपके प्रेजेंट रहेंगे। ये सीक्वेंस के ये सीक्वेंस से ही रिलेटेड मैं डीएनए प्रोब्स बनाऊंगी, सो दैट व्हेनेवर आई एम गोइंग फॉर द सदर्न प्लॉटिंग तो यहाँ पे आपका डीएनए हाइब्रिडाइजेशन हो, ठीक है। सो आई गेस दिस मच इज क्लियर टू एवरीवन। Okay. Now, the DNA probe is chosen to hybridize immediately adjacent to the restriction enzyme cleavage site at the site of interest. जैसे hybridization हो गया, you're going to do the washing and then the DNA probe will show the size of the fragments generated by the nuclease in the region of the interest. So in short, let us summarize what just now we have discussed. So what we have done guys is that first we have taken the cells, ठीक है। हमने सबसे पहले तो cells ले लिए हैं। Okay, so हमने सबसे पहले cells ले लिए हैं। Now from the cells you have purified the nucleus. न्यूक्लियस में से आपने सारा क्रोमैटिन ले लिया है, ठीक है ना। क्रोमैटिन को आपने माइक्रोकोकल न्यूक्लियस से डाइजेस्ट किया। ओके, नाउ आई नो दैट there are certain sequences which are present on this digested DNA sequence which is having the restriction enzyme site, ठीक है। Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a DNA hybrid probe which is going to hybridize to the site which is near to the cleavage site of the restriction enzyme. Now it can go and bind over there. So whatever it is present, it is going to hybridize. Then I'm going to wash it and finally I can see where all the nucleus have actually made the cut. Okay. Now you have got the fragments. Now how exactly these fragment size are going to reveal the location of the positioned nucleosomes. तो ये कैसे होने वाला है, तो अभी आपको पता चल गया कैसे हमने पता किया कि हमें किस तरह से हाइब्रिडाइज्ड डीएनए मिल रहे हैं। बट अभी ये फ्रैगमेंट्स जान के हमें पता कैसे चलेगा कि हाँ न्यूक्लियोसोम वहां प्रेजेंट है, राइट। सो दिस इज व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड नाउ। सो द डीएनए which is associated with positioned nucleosomes will be resistant to the nuclease degradation around 160 to 200 base pair region of the DNA that is not cleaved. ना क्यों? क्योंकि वहां पे आपका न्यूक्लियोसोम प्रेजेंट है, हिस्टोन प्रोटीन्स प्रेजेंट है एंड सिंस द डीएनए वाज नॉट फ्री इसलिए न्यूक्लियस उसको कट नहीं कर पाया। तो इसका मतलब क्या, आई एम गोना गेट अ फ्रैगमेंट ऑफ अराउंड 160 to 200 base pair region, ठीक है। नाउ this will appear as a gap in the ladder of DNA bands detected on the southern blot. तो जहां जहां मुझे 160 to 200 base pair मिलेगा इसका मतलब वहां पे मेरा न्यूक्लियोसोम्स प्रेजेंट है। ओके, सो द लोकेशन ऑफ दीज गैप्स रिवील द पोजीशन ऑफ द न्यूक्लियोसोम्स एडजेसेंट टू द रेस्ट्रिक्शन साइट लेबल्ड डीएनए प्रोब। ओके, सो लेट अस सी। सो अभी तक हमें क्या मिला था, वहां पे हमें क्रोमैटिन को हमने डाइजेस्ट कर दिया था माइक्रोकोकल न्यूक्लियस से, ठीक है। नाउ व्हाट आई एम गोना डू इज आई एम गोना लेबल इट। तो आपको ये पता चल गया यहाँ पे ये जो कट है वो आपके न्यूक्लियस ने किया है, उसी के पास रेस्ट्रिक्शन एंजाइम करेगा। सो यहाँ पे क्या होगा, दिस इज रैंडम न्यूक्लियोसोम्स, ठीक है। तो आपके कहीं पे भी प्रेजेंट है। Now, when you talk about the position nucleosome, what you will see is that always you're going to get around 200 base pair का, तो 200 यहाँ पे 400 होगा या 600 होगा। So you are going to get always the multiples of 200। तो यहाँ पे आपको ये पता चल जाएगा। See, you can see there is a cut by these nuclease, ठीक है। आइदर आपको 200 मिलेगा या 400 मिलेगा या 600 मिलेगा। तो इससे हमें पता चल जाएगा क्या कि न्यूक्लियस ने कहाँ कहाँ कट किया है। और जब मैं इसको रन करूंगी, फ्रैगमेंट्स को मैं रन करूंगी, so what I'm going to get, so if I get cleavage at many positions, so it means what, the nucleosomes are present randomly। okay, now if I'm getting cleavage at specific region जैसे कि 200, 400, 600, it means what, cleavage was done at the specific regions between the positioned nucleosomes। So if I get a gel like this, it means it is having positioned nucleosomes, and if I get a gel like this, so many ladders are present, it means it is having random nucleosome positioning। okay guys, so this is all about the how you are going to understand or determine the position of the nucleosomes। now that was about the first approach। there is another approach is also there। now इस approach में क्या होगा, you are able to develop or identify position nucleosomes across the entire genome। now what you're going to do is that in this case you're going to cross link the histones, that is your nucleosomes। okay, so you're going to cross link the histones to the DNA by the treatment of the formaldehyde। then you're going to So what in this case, what you have to do, you have the cells, right? You are going to treat the cells with the formaldehyde solution. Now what happens because of the formaldehyde? Formaldehyde क्या करेगा? आपके cross linking करेगा between the proteins and the DNA. Okay. Next you're going to break the cell. That is, you're going to do the cell lysis. Then chromatin आप isolate करोगे. Then again you treat with the micrococcal nuclease. Okay. Now what you're going to do is, after reversing the cross-linking, the DNA is separated using gel electrophoresis. And the resulting 147 base pair. Now what is this 147 base pair? It is the number of the DNA base pair which is wrapped around the nucleosome. Guys, don't forget this number, okay? It is important. So the resulting 147 base pair DNA fragments are purified and subjected to paired and deep sequencing. ठीक है? तो आपने क्या किया, फॉर्मेल्डिहाइड से क्रॉस लिंक कर दिया है, डाइजेस्ट किया है एंड इसको रन किया है. सो व्हाट यू गोना गेट, यू आर गोइंग टू गेट अराउंड 147 बेस पेयर न्यूक्लियोसोमल डीएनए. ठीक है? Now in this method of deep sequencing, not only sequences both ends of the each DNA fragment, but it also keeps the track of which ends are from the same DNA fragment. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? See guys, you need to understand. So you have got the nucleosome like this, right? Suppose ये ऊपर के 4 है, then you have got the another 4 also. So just let us say that it is a octamer. Okay. Now we know that DNA यहाँ से आगे ऐसे रैप करके ऐसे जाते हैं. So let us say this is the entry point and let us say this is the exit point. Okay. अब ये क्या कह रहा है? Using this method, you can actually understand the sequence of the entry and the exit. और ये आपको ये भी पता चल जाएगा कि ये entry और ये exit इसी nucleosome का है and not with the another nucleosome. ठीक है? So you are going to have the entry and exit of different nucleosome also. So it is not like you will get confused कि इसके entry sequence और इसके exit sequence मिलेंगे. You are going to get the sequence of this exit in this, this entry in this exit. So this is for the first nucleosome, and in the similarly second also आपको इसका entry और इसका exit sequence मिल जाएगा. So in short, what I want to say is that you can get the sequence of both the ends. Okay. So the nucleosome size DNA fragment sequence reveal the location of the nucleosome. So from this you will understand कि कहाँ पे nucleosome आपके present है. Okay. Okay. So इसका application बस इतना है कि that all the position nucleosomes across the entire genome can be mapped using this method. But I guess first approach ज़्यादा अच्छा है as compared to the second. So this is how you're gonna get. So once you do the sequencing, you will get that 147 बेस पर मिलेंगे, बट आपको रैंडमली मिलेंगे इधर उधर. तो कोई यहाँ से शुरू है, कोई यहाँ खत्म है, बट अगेन कट है. अगर पोजीशन न्यूक्लियोसोम है तो आपको एक ही तरह से मिलेंगे. ठीक है? So these are the chromosome position, the position of the nucleosomes on the chromatin. So this is how the band is going to look. So at the end, what is happening? जब भी आप DNA gel चलाएंगे, that is agarose gel electrophoresis, looking at the pattern of the bands, you will understand whether it is the random nucleosomes or the position nucleosomes. Okay. So guys, if you get in the exam the figure, okay, if you get the figure of this gel electrophoresis, don't get confused. ठीक है? आपको ये सब तो नहीं मिलेगा. So this is just for the understanding कि हमेशा position nucleosome में single cut रहेगा and you will get a single pattern like this. But if it is random, so you are going to get the zigzag pattern. So this is how you understand and determine the position of the nucleosomes. Okay, guys. So this experiment was really very important and also to understand how exactly this has been done. So आप जब भी कोई एक्सपेरिमेंट पढ़ते हैं तो आपको मालूम होना चाहिए कि उसमें क्या क्या उन्होंने टेक्निक यूज की है. एंड फॉर एनी एक्सपेरिमेंट इट्स ओके. सी अगर मैं बोलूंगी इसमें अगारोस जेल इलेक्ट्रोफोरेसिस यूज हुआ है, सो यू डू नो हाउ इलेक्ट्रोफोरेसिस वर्क्स, राइट? बट यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाई जेल इलेक्ट्रोफोरेसिस वाज यूज्ड, व्हाई नॉट द अदर एनी अदर टेक्निक्स वाज यूज्ड टू अंडरस्टैंड द न्यूक्लियोसोम. ठीक है? So यहाँ पे आपका आंसर क्या होना चाहिए? Suppose I am your interviewer and I'm asking you why you have used agarose gel electrophoresis to understand the position of the nucleosomes. Let it be a first approach or second approach. At the end, you're using the gel electrophoresis. But why you have used this and why not the southern blot? Okay. तो आप यहाँ पे mention कर सकते हैं. Since the to understand the position of the nucleosome, you need to know the fragments of the DNA. Because one nucleosome positioning means it is going to have the 147 base pair. And ये 147 base pair आपको कैसे पता चलेगा? By running the gel electrophoresis. Because in the hybridization you can just get the intensity. ठीक है? आपको वो fluorescent मिलेगा या फिर आपको ऑटो रेडियोग्राफी करोगे तो आपको बस intensity पता चलेगा कि कितना वहां पे present है. But it will not give you the exact length of the fragment of the DNA. So that's why we use gel electrophoresis to understand the positioning of the nucleosome. So hope this was really helpful, guys. And if really, guys, if it was really helpful, please let me know by, putting into the comment section that you have understood the technique and the concepts behind that. Please let me know through your comments. So stay tuned with the Excelsior Academy. And yes, this was the second last lecture and one more lecture is there. And with that, I can proudly say that I've completed the chapter 8 from the Watson Summary series. All the best, guys.